thì miền kê.
So when we talk about the history of Cambodia, most people think about the Khmer Rouge from 1975 to 1979. And we neglect to think about before that. Cambodia was under colonization of the French for quite a long time. Then they got independence. But then in the late 60s, the Vietnam War started to overflow into Cambodia, so war was already starting to impact. Then in 1970, the military general Lon Nol had a coup and overthrew the king. So there was political strife from 70 to 75, and then the Khmer Rouge comes in. One of the terms that the Khmer Rouge used was year zero, so they're starting over. And unfortunately, that's really what happened, because after the Khmer Rouge, everything had been so destroyed that Cambodia was literally starting over. Anyone that was educated, anyone that formerly had a role in the government, they were all killed. And it was like cutting off the legs of a society, all the education that had been built up.
So during 1975 to 1979, my parents and many Cambodians, they run away from the country to the border of Thailand, and they start to live in refugee camp there. And my parents was there. And in that time, I was born in one of the camps we call Sai Tu. In that time, we don't have anything to eat and no place to stay. So my mom, my parents, moving a lot to different places. And then we receive the food from the YWAM that they come and running the camp there. They give us food and clothes to wear and place to stay.
Youth with a Mission, or YWAM, is an international, interdenominational Christian missions organization. It's been serving in every nation of the world since 1960. And in the late 1970s, Youth with a Mission workers were in refugee camps on the Thai border between Thailand and Cambodia from the late 1970s to the mid-1980s.
I don't know why they're loving us so much, and when we are so different. We have different skin, we have different hair, but they love us so much, and they come and stay with us and live with us and helping us and teaching us all the things by YWAM. A few years later, we returned back to Cambodia, and during that time my mom took all the children with her and ran to Phnom Penh. And we have no place to stay, so we have to live in the slum area. And I have to do recycling every day. At the daytime, I go around the city and collect all the trash that they throw it away and sell it and bring some money and buy the medicine for my mom. Later on, my mom find one place, one center, and then she started to go and talk to the staff there and asking if she can put all the children there. But the staff said, we cannot accept only the children. If you want, we won't accept for the whole family to come and stay here, because they don't want to separate the children from the mom. And then my mom started to think about it. She decided to come and live in that center. And later on, I find out this center, it was YWAM center, running by the YWAM, that they've been helping Cambodian in refugee camp, running by the YWAM, and then they become the long-term missionary here in Cambodia. So YWAM has a big part of my family, and God using YWAM to come and helping my family and my life. It's not just only for my life and my family, but God using YWAM to restore my nations.
Yeah, God's character and nature is He loves to restore and redeem, especially when things have been destroyed. And so we really believe that God's heart for this nation in Cambodia is to bring restoration and redemption to what happened in the history. The average age of an American is 38. The average age of a Cambodian is 21. So this nation is incredibly young. So what does it look like if this younger generation turns to Jesus? And really we believe that God's heart is that He wants to bring transformation to a whole nation in one generation.
For me personally, I really think that God really wants to transform this nation in one generation. I really believe in that vision, in that mission, and I can adopt this mission into my personal calling as well. In Cambodia, you know, in history, a lot of people would remember that we just get out of the war and a lot of people believe that, oh, they are poor, they are uneducated, and I think through this generation, a lot of people will come to know God through education.
100-Fold Studio is an international nonprofit architecture firm that transforms lives through architecture by designing places that are safe, efficient, and inspiring. In 2011, we created a partnership with YWAM BATTAMBANG to design and build a 13-acre campus to consolidate all their 12 different ministry locations into one central location.
So when we started the ministry in 2006, we were 5 staff, 4 internationals, and 1 Cambodian. God's multiplied that over the years exponentially, and part of that's been our journey on to building this campus and the partnership with 100-Fold Studios. They've been such a blessing to enable us to continue to expand and to grow. Today we're over 115 staff. About 65-70% of those are Cambodian, indigenous, local leaders reaching their people with the gospel. And then we have about 40 internationals on staff with us as well. So we believe to reach this nation, we have to train up Cambodians. Transformation of a nation comes through locals bringing transformation to their communities. And because of that, we run a number of different training schools. We started with the Discipleship Training School in 2007, and now we've expanded to having more than 8 or 9 different training schools here that Cambodians can get fully equipped here in their nation. The result of that is that we have like a leadership pipeline raising up Cambodian leaders, and then they go out into their community and bring transformation through different ministries that we have. A lot of them focus on education, sports, and then reaching into communities and bringing transformation. So we run the Youth Development Center. The Youth Development Center is offering mostly English, but also other optional skills electives. And we started that school in 2006. We had about 50 students, and that grew very rapidly to every single quarter. We have 300 to 400 students coming into our campus every single day. This is a formal school registered with the Ministry of Education. So we report every single quarter, and the Ministry of Education tells us that over the last 13 years, we've educated over 20,000 young people just in Battambang. Other ministries that we run include a Christian preschool here on the campus, kindergarten through 2nd grade, private school. So we do a number of different projects using the area of education to reach out to people. Then in the area of sports, we run a soccer ministry that is not only facilitating soccer leagues of over 50 teams every single year and about 600 kids joining in with the soccer league. We run a CrossFit gym as well. And then we have a full-time ministry of people that are intentionally reaching out to impoverished communities in the areas of training in healthcare. We have a child sponsorship program, and then church planning as well.
And it's so amazing for me to see all the process that God helping us and bring us to the new location, the base here. Before we was at the old base, we have the small, building and packing food with the people and running different school and different ministry. And right now, God providing us the big place and the big ground and the big building that we can running all those ministry. And we are so blessed. And this building is not just a blessing to myself and my ministry, but to be a blessing to many Cambodians. Man, I never think that I can become one of the leaders here because I was a children at risk, that I have no place to go, running on the road and recycling and collect all the trash. And then finally God sent YWAM to come and start, and I find a place and live with YWAM and get training, and they champion me to become the leader. And if we talk about Cambodia, many people will know Cambodia is a place, a so terrible place that is a killing field, that been killing many people, but not anymore. Now God turned all those bad things to become a good thing. The people will no longer say this is the killing field, but they will say this is the sending field, that God will send many Cambodians go out of the nations, to other nations to share the gospel and telling them about who Jesus is, that He is a God that is restoring the nations, and He can change the nations.
Thank you.